What up, everybody? I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. Yeah! Oh my god, and we're doing something fun, different. Yes, we're covering the Red Hood saga. So strap yourselves in, because it's gonna be one hell of a ride. Yeah, so let's step inside the Gotham side. In a city that will tear you out from the inside. Here's some broken boy of the streets, lost, addicted, had to sell this and that for his drugs, had to suffer through many things. And yet he looks up, desperate, bleeding from Gotham. But we ignore this jabroni because the fight is on, yes. The Red Hood versus Batman, the mysterious stranger in the mask, and yet somehow familiar. As Bruce has been through it, you could tell his hands bleeding, his armor has been scratched, and yet he seems so familiar as they fight, they move. It seems like he knows Batman's moves, the way he fights, his strategies, something so familiar. As the blood continues to spill, his knife is no ordinary knife, it cuts through his belt, his armor. He knows his opponent well enough that he kicks him, knocking him down into the street of Gotham. And yet, as Batman's cowl is burnt, his armor is dented, and they both fall. One opponent after the other, with Batman scrambling to get the upper hand. They fight. And you have to love Batman. I mean, look at that. He even has the bat symbol on his boots. I mean, that's good advertising as Red Hood hangs there with that knife. And you gotta love Red Hood. I mean, he knows how to get an accessory, or get what he can get out of an accessory. Batman has tons of batarangs. All he needs is one knife. As the fight continues, Batman says it's over. But no. Red Hood has other plans and grabs the mask, somehow knowing how to take it off as Bruce stands there. Or should I say Batman? That's who he truly thinks he is. And Red Hood looks at him and says, maybe it's time to even the score. As his mask hisses, as he takes it off, drops it to the floor. And Bruce, who has seen all manner of demons, destruction, and death in Gotham City, and yet mutters, "Oh God." For the first time, this detective is truly stumped. As Batman thinking back to recent events with the Black Mask, how, with all his family ties, he still lost a soldier. Stephanie Brown was wounded, and death came for her from the Black Mask. And Alfred tries to soothe Batman's woes, but the war goes on, and so must he. He lost a good soldier before, and he'll probably lose more soldiers in this war, but he has to keep going. But he finds problems as Wayne. Yes, Bruce Wayne has problems too, as Lucius tells him. There's a corporation that took over Cord Industries. They've been doing hostile takeovers of this and that. And Batman / Bruce Wayne hasn't been keeping his eye on the ball. They've taken over his corporation too, and temporarily outed him as a head shareholder. Batman, knowing one way to deal with this situation, puts on his cape and cowl, knowing that he's short on devices for now, gadgets. But Batman is more than gadgets. Batman is Gotham, the Knight. And he steps out to prove that, as Alfred realizes maybe a breath of fresh air will do Bruce some good. But Black Mask, he has other plans. As some of his men sit there wondering why they're here, gathered for a meeting, his bullets rain down on the table. There stands the Red Hood. And you gotta appreciate a man with the plan. And when you're holding the AK-47, one of the best rifles, believe me, I know, he lays it out for them. He tells them the plan. And he's taking control of everything. He's moving in on Black Mask territory. And he'll pay them 40%, which is more than what the Black Mask is. But they won't deal the children. They won't corrupt the innocent. And if they do not obey, the consequences will be severe. As he drops a bag of heads, all their lieutenants, like I said, you gotta love efficiency. As he shoots down again, using fear and intimidation as he blows up the bag of heads. And some of the mob guys go, well, 40% is good with me. No selling to kids, that's a good rule. Might as well make our profit. As Black Mask is reeling from this, realizing that someone's trying to muscle in. But this is Gotham. There are other ways things get done. And there are other people to see. And with money, it's a key to unlock everything. As he sees a potential employee as he walks through a freezer and asks if he'd be willing to kill a lot of people. And there stands Victor Fries. Yes. Victor Fries. And I just love how he's out of his suit. And he says that he'll need something to wear as he agrees to Black Mask's hit on the Red Hood. But the war has only started to heat up for Gotham's underworld. And what will happen the next time, we'll find out, won't we? And I'll catch you on the flip side, yeah!